All right, I believe that we are back. We're back. We're back. Hello, did I turn back off by accident? There we go. My bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with this, with the ritual here. Before we do anything at all, if you have not already cleansed, we are going to do so. And I hope that this outside guarding person isn't too loud. So I do apologize for that. So welcome to Hellenicherald, our channel. If you haven't been here before, we are a Hellenic pagan channel. Today we're going to be doing a ritual for Zeus. It is also the last month of the year. The Athenian New Year's coming. So very excited about that. I just realized my camera wasn't on. Hey guys. So very excited about that. Can we just turn that a little bit? I guess I have to come more this way. Okay. And I'm trying to start pre-planning some stuff instead of doing everything last minute like I always do, because way out in advance, so that we can have people who, if you want to volunteer for different rituals, then you'll be able to volunteer. I'm going to make a Google form that will have the different deity months and like in dates, so people can volunteer ahead of time, and we'll have it set. It will be set in stone. So that's going to be something that I'm trying to work on. We're also going to be starting a Patreon. So it's not up yet, obviously, but with our channel, with the Minecraft server, the website, and I really want us to work on getting out those resources from the website, because I realize some of you guys don't know they exist. So we're going to really work on that this coming new year. And because of those things and the amount of time that's taking, we need a Patreon. Like, we're already spending a lot of money, so be ready for that. If you can't subscribe, no big deal. What you can do to support is you can follow our channel. So if you're watching us and you haven't followed yet, please hit the follow button. You can always subscribe and like our videos on YouTube, share us, comment on Facebook or Instagram, and all of those ways really help support the channel, help support Hellenicherald in being available and there for other people. It was really important to me when I first started to find other people like myself, and I think that we can all help do that for others. So, without further ado, we will get into our ritual. So, I already did the welcome! Yay! And we are going to be having one other person. Let me just... I realized I forgot to ask them what name they want me to use for them, just in case. Oh my god, that did not just... Oh my goodness. Did that just show on stream? That should not have happened. Hold on. I certainly hope not. We're gonna have to cut that out. I'm gonna move this chat just in case. Because that's only supposed to capture my window. There's way too many things on this list on my OBS. Okay. Oh, I gotta make me tiny. You can't have me being the star of the show. That's ridiculous. Today is Zeus's day. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So the way this is gonna go is we're gonna have our Carnips demo and our cleansing. We are going to be doing a hymn for Hestia. There's a little bit of something there for Father's Day that I'm going to talk about. We have some hymns and prayers for Zeus. I mentioned, of course, we could not go through this month, it being Father's Day, without talking about the children of Zeus for a second. We have a quick meditation. I'll try to keep that around to like 2-3 minutes. And that's going to be off the cuff, guided meditation by yours truly. So we'll see how well that goes. I hope the gods will inspire me. We'll see. Maybe Zeus has a sense of humor and I'll trip and fall on my face. Metaphorically. And then we'll wrap up with a hymn for Hestia. So that's how we're going to be doing that. Okay, still being annoying. Alright, so one of the things before we get to the Carnips is talking about Xenia for a hot second. As it is Pride Month and Hellenicherald is an LGBTQ plus friendly and safe space, I just want to make it clear, we are proud to support the Xenia, is it Declaration? Declaration. We also, in the air of hospitality and generosity and courtesy, I can't imagine Hellenicherald not being a place for everyone. And that means whether you're Hellenic or not, if you are just pagan, if you are trying to find your way, if you are of a different pantheon or of mixed pantheons, we have spaces for you. You are welcome. And we are glad to have you. So I just wanted to make sure to say that. Carnips video. I actually have that up here. And it got full screen on the wrong screen. Nope. I just want to watch this video, please. Thank you. Okay, so it is not actually showing there. Okay, good. I was concerned about that for a hot second. Obviously. Alright, here we go. I'm going to leave the closed captioning on for accessibility. So we're gonna watch. I already made this video, so I'm gonna mute my mic, and we're just gonna have this. Why we remake the wheel? It's already done. It's great. I'm actually gonna get my cleansing tools while we're watching this video. So. Everyone, and welcome to Hellenicherald's video on how to make kerchiefs or cleansing water. Cleansing water is great to be used before a ritual to maybe like wash your hands, or I actually put it in a spray bottle, so I'm like just kind of spray it on myself after, of course, I've actually physically washed my hands and washed up, as just one final cleanse before coming before the gods. In addition, I actually also use it to clean my altar spaces when I'm doing kind of my cleanings of them to kind of purify the area. So it's just a really great cleansing and purifying water. Now what you need to make kerchiefs, and I might be saying what you need to make cleansing water, is you're going to need a bowl to put your water in and to make it in. And so I'm actually using this beautiful bowl that was made in Greece, and it's just really pretty. And you're going to need some distilled or purified water. I actually have a purification filter at home, so I just took some of the water from that. I put a very low amount in because I have a very small spray bottle, so I prefer to make it more often than to have water sitting. I just feel like it's better to do it that way. You're also going to need a candle, and if you want to put it on a decorative little votive like mine, you're very welcome to represent the hearth fire and for Hestia and for the gods. I highly suggest using bay leaves. Of course, they're one of the symbols of the gods. They're also symbols for cleansing and for purification, so this is a really good thing to put in your kerchiefs as well. I also usually put in sea salt, but I was out of sea salt, so this time we're using pink Himalayan salt, which is fine. It's going to dissolve in the water anyway. And also, don't feel stressed if your store doesn't stock sea salt. Actually, my store doesn't stock it all the time. So, salt on its own, regardless of sea salt or pink Himalayan or regular salt, salt in general has been used as something to purify things for a long, long time. It's been associated with that. So, any salt will do. And then I also have some peacock feathers here. And I usually put a couple of pieces of peacock feather in mine as well because I work a lot with Hera. Something else you can put in your cleansing water is essential oils if you'd like it to just have a nice smell. That doesn't do anything as far as the cleansing, but it does make it nice and pleasant to smell, pleasant to use. So we're going to go ahead and light our candle now. Oh, and of course you need matches. Sorry. Forgot about that bit. With candle must have matches. There we go. Hestia, goddess of the home and hearth, first and last born daughter of Rhea and Kronos, we welcome you and your brothers and sisters, the gods, the Olympians, the immortals. Come now and be welcome here. And so I'll just go ahead and use that same match that I just used to light that. And we're going to take, now this is like our hearth fire. This is a representation. We're just going to let that burn a little bit. And we purify this water and cleanse this water in the name of the gods, in the name of the Olympians. I'm going to go ahead and also put some of my pink Himalayan salt in. Oops. Now, how much you put is completely dependent to you. I'm trying not to spill the water. So I'm just putting like a little pinch in. I actually want to put in a little bit more. This container is not easy for me to get salt out of. There we go. So I try to put in like half a teaspoon. It's not that much. And as I'm putting it in, I'm going to ask the gods to make this water pure and to cleanse anything that it touches. Mother Hera, Father Zeus, and by the name of all the gods, I ask you to cleanse this water and for it to purify all that it touches. I thank the gods for all they have done for us and ask you to continue blessing us as your children and to allow us to have this water as a way to make ourselves clean, to come before you. Now I want to note here that I'm not following any script. I'm actually just doing things off the top of my head. So if you have a script and if others or you find a script, you are more than welcome to use it. I do a lot of my stuff kind of through intuition when it comes to kerchiefs or the actual offering portions of rituals. So I don't actually have a script for this. I'm just doing it off the top of my head. And now the one thing that I love to do because it smells so good is again to bring that hearth fire into the kerchiefs, but this time with the bay leaf because it smells amazing. Oops. So I'm just going to light that on fire. Ooh, look at it crackle. I love that. And it's just going to burn out on its own. I'm going to extinguish it in the kerchiefs. And that's it pretty much. You have your kerchiefs. Okie dokie. So I did want to show you guys that, not only so that you can make your own kerchiefs, but also so that as it's the beginning of the new year coming up, I thought it would be a good thing to put in just in case anyone's like, oh, what can I do for the new year? If you can't do anything, just making yourself a new kerchiefs will be awesome. And it's just so simple, and it's a really great way, I think, as a devotional act. So there you go. And we'll go back. So now I have I'm actually not going to be using kerchiefs today because I did that with my hands this morning. So instead I'm going to be using a tiny sage leaf. Please make sure to ethically source your sage and be careful when using fire. I have my tea, and also I have a little thing here that I'm going to put it in so that it's not in any way unsafe. If you haven't cleansed, don't worry, I got you. Just stay still and just breathe deep when the sage comes towards you. We're gonna cleanse through the internet. And this is my cleansing script that I have here, so. Fire! Y'all knew this wasn't gonna be serious. You know me. I purify and cleanse myself so that I may appear before the gods, free of all save my own body, mind, and soul. And now you repeat that. And so I purify all of our viewers so that they may appear with us together in this space, free of all but our own body, minds, and souls. Purify. And of course we purify and cleanse this space so that we may give offerings, libations, and speak with the glory and respect of the gods of Olympus. I actually set up while we were watching that a little thing here so you guys can see. Actually we have some nice flowers up over here. And they're actually 4th of July themed. So I feel like of all the things, fireworks in the sky is something that like Zeus would like. So let's go ahead and purify this place a little bit, even though it's not 4th of July yet. We purify this place so we may speak with the glory and respect of the gods of Mount Olympus. And just because I'm addicted to the smell because it's so great. Okay. Ooh. Thank you. Sorry about that. That was loud. Okay, please let me know if you guys cannot hear the rain sounds or if it's too loud or anything. Hestia, eldest and youngest daughter of the Titans, Rhea and Kronos, sister to Zeus, Poseidon, Demeter, Hera, and Hades. We call out to you, guardian and protector of the Olympian hearth flames. We welcome you. Come now to this space. Come now having one mind with Zeus. Come now with Hera. Come now with all your brothers and sisters, and with all bestow favor on us this day. Hestia, gracious goddess who sits in the heart of each home, who lives in the heart of each one who reveres you, each one who holds you dear, each one who turns to you for strength and harmony. Hestia, goddess most needful, goddess most serene, goddess most esteemed, the heart of the city is yours as well. Great goddess, within your realm are those who serve the state, who work for the good of all. Sorry, that's a typo. Your blessings fall on the honest, goddess. Your wrath on the corrupt, on those who betray their trust for gain. Defender of the householder, guardian of the hearthfire, Hestia, we praise and honor you. Just making sure the person who's going to be reading after this is ready. So, Father's Day. Zeus, of course, as we know, is the father of the gods. He did what he had to do to protect his brothers and sisters, to ensure that they could exist, which by proxy ensured that we exist, right? He saved them. He was, although the youngest, a really good big brother, and by saving them, and a great father to not all of his children, but of the gods, right? There's a lot of controversy around Zeus, but his role is governing. His role is playing the father figure role to be there for his children in their time of need, which I believe that maybe over the millennia he's learned better. Everyone can always improve, but we are grateful for what we have and a connection to the deities, to our family. I call them my family. So to me, I'll call Zeus, sometimes Daddy Zeus to just be silly, but I call Zeus my father and Hera my mother. And for a lot of us, the gods sometimes will be the only family that we know, especially in this time in talking about Pride Month. There are so many people whose families have been cruel and left them, and with that we have a new family. We have a divine family, and I honestly feel that the gods have been there for me sometimes more than my own physical mortal family. And so for those of you who are away from your fathers, who have lost your fathers, sorry, my father had a heart attack in 2020, and when I said that, I just remembered being in the hospital with him. Ooh. For those of you who don't have father figures in your lives, or your father figures are not there in the way that you may want them to be, Father Zeus is there. And we're going to mention some of his children later. Father Zeus is here for us. I just realized that it didn't fit right. Father Zeus can be there for you. You can, even if you don't have a great relationship with Zeus. I don't talk to him a lot. I don't work with him the same way that I do with the rest of some of the other gods. But I always feel like he's there, kind of like as he is in this picture, actually, just kind of like sitting there and like watching and being like, okay, my kids are doing okay, right? And so I would like to bring in that energy of family into this ritual. And I would like us to think of every time we hear a thunder crack here in this and there's thunder just cracking constantly. I love it. That's, Zeus being like, hey, I see you, honey. I got you. It's okay. I'm here. You can handle it. You don't need me to come in and thunderbolt somebody. I'm going to be right here just letting you know that I can be here with you. So I feel like we can take that. And if it's raining or if it's stormy around you, awesome. And I hope that you take that energy with you for that and feel that connection to Zeus. So I obviously had nothing written. I intended to wing it and hope that I was inspired. I feel like kind of was. I feel like I felt that fear once that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have my father. And I remember praying to Zeus about that. And I think that we can think of the gods like family like that. That's all I had. Happy Father's Day, you guys. I think it's early, but it's coming. So if you missed this, you can rewatch this ritual on Father's Day if you are wanting to celebrate Zeus again. Alright, I'm going to bring in this next person. I'm going to mute my mic and the audio for a second while I check in with them and make sure they're ready. So hold tight. All right. Let me turn the water back on here. So we have Hawk, who's going to be reading 2 sections for our Zeus sections of the ritual. We have a cleanliness hymn for Zeus, and we have another prayer for Zeus after this. So without further ado, and of course, always, guys, we love community involvement. So thank you so much, Hawk. You are ready. We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, thank you. Most glorious of immortals, Zeus the many-named, almighty evermore, nature's great sovereign, ruling all by law, hail to thee. On thee 'tis meet and right that mortals everywhere should call. From thee was our begetting, ours alone, of all that live and move upon the earth. The lot to bear God's likeness, thee will I ever chant, thy power praise. For this whole vast cosmos wheeling round, the earth obeys, and where thou leadest it follows, ruled willingly by thee. In thy unconquerable hands thou holdest fast, ready prepared that 2-timed flaming blast, the ever-living thunderbolt. Nature's own stroke brings all things to their end. By it thou guidest aright the sense instinct which spreads through all things mingled even. With stars in heaven, the great and small, thou who art King supreme forevermore. Okay. I call to great Zeus, father of the deathless gods, ruler of bright Olympos, master of storms, child of mighty Kronos and deep-hearted Rhea, consort of blessed Hera of the splendid eyes. Ancient Zeus, honored in Crete so long ago, and well known in high-reaching Arcadia, all-knowing Zeus of Dodona and Didyma, whose wisdom was granted to seekers of old, Zeus of the broad sky, Zeus of the marketplace, Zeus of the householder, Zeus of the city, protector of the just, avenger of the wrong, friend of the stranger and of the traveler, friend of the guest and the generous hosts, Zeus whose eye is ever on the world, whose hand is ever in our lives, great Zeus, I call to you. Oh, sure. Did you send them to me? Okay. I call the mighty, holy, splendid light, aerial, dreadful sounding, fiery bright, flaming aerial light with angry voice, lightning through lucid clouds with horrid noise, untamed to whom resentments dire belong, pure holy power, all parent great and strong. Come and benevolent these rites attend, and grant my days a peaceful blessed end.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic for the stream. Thanks for reading, Hawk. Okay, bye. See you on stream. Awesome, that was so good. Oh, I forgot to turn back that on. Okay. Nope. There we go. We have another prayer for Zeus. Mighty Zeus, Father Zeus, friend of the traveler, friend of the stranger, friend of the householder, wielder of lightning, driver of storms, master of the hard-flung rains that bring life to the earth. O brothers, three the youngest, your father's might you overthrew with cunning wit. His throne you took, his world you made your own. Kindly Zeus, watchful Zeus, your wrath falls on the oath-breakers, the wrongdoer, the one without honor who preys on his fellows. And likewise, your blessings are on the one who does right, whose word is good, whose hand is open, whose welcome is warm, whose integrity is a certainty. Great Zeus, father of the gods, lord of fair Olympus, wise one, contriving one, maintainer of order, from the deep earth you rose, in the bright sky you reign. Zeus of many names, friend of the fates, we praise you. So now is a good time to give offerings and libations. If you have them, go ahead and do them at your own home. We are going to go ahead and light our... Wrong one. Oh, I think the light turned on. Good battery's dead. There we go. You guys see that? Probably. Anyway, it's an LED light because my back is to it and fire safety. But we are going to be lighting the incense. Let's see if I can do this and I'll just bring this over here and then move it over there when we're done. I need one of those carpet things. So we give offering, libations, sacrifices, incense. If it'll light, I should use my other one. It's a better one. Sacrifices, incense. We give these offerings, libations, sacrifices, incense, etc. to mighty Zeus. On this day of the mighty King of the gods, may it please you as we honor you this day. As you guys can see, we've got a nice dish for it. What else would we use to honor the gods? Have that there. Just saw my cat and I was like, is he immediately gonna go for it because it's a new smell? I was like, no, don't burn yourself. So just in case, I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna continue on. If you're still doing your sacrifices, I'm gonna wait just like 1 minute. So now we have a section dedicated specifically to the children of Zeus. I couldn't find anything that talked about all of them, so I thought we would just list some of them and kind of give them a moment to think about them, either one of them or all of them. We'll just take like a moment and like think about them in our thoughts for a second after I go through this list. So by Hera, being the father of the gods and the queen of the gods, the mother of the gods, the king and queen, and the mother and father of the gods, as I was saying before. Zeus fathered Ares, which is of course very popular, god of Greek, god of war, and the spirit of battle. I am going to kill all of these words, so please forgive me. Angelos, the personified spirit, daemonia, of messages, tidings, and proclamations. So that they would be a good person to do a ritual or honoring for in regards to making maybe some proclamations or some goals for the new year, if you want to do that for the Athenian New Year. It's a good middle point of the year, so it's a good time to like check in if you did make goals this year and see what else you want to do. So I thought that would be a good person to reference as well. Arge, which is a nymph. That is way too much E's and I's. This person whose name I won't butcher, which is the goddess of childbirth and labor pains. Eleutheria, which is an epithet for the goddess Artemis, a personification of liberty. Enyo, which is the goddess or personified spirit of war, works very closely with Ares. Eris, which is the goddess of strife. Hebe, the goddess of youth. Hephaestus, of course, the god of blacksmiths, fire, craftsmen, artisans, sculptors, metal, I can't say that word, volcanoes, and Curitus, the god of wild mountainside, inventors of rustic arts and of metalworking, so working closely with Hephaestus, as well as shepherding, hunting, and beekeeping. Zeus's other more famous children by divine union include Apollo, Artemis, Aphrodite, Dionysus, Hermes, of course, but also the three Graces, the Muses, the Horae, and the Morai. Horae and the Morai. I'm going to go with that. There are other children of Zeus, off the top of my head, I believe, with mortal women, so that I didn't mention here, because it was going to get long. And I wanted to just take a moment so we can honor all of the children of Zeus, whether they be born of divine pairing or not, whether they are born from Zeus or not, like us as we honor him. And just take a minute, and I will literally put a minute on the clock here. Hold on. To just think about the children of Zeus, if you might want to spend more time doing some work with them, or just thinking about yourself and your relationship with Zeus. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's see here. We do have one hymn for Hercules. Again, I just wanted to bring this in here because I know a lot of us might be dealing with some stuff this month. Some of us may be coming out. Some of us are just, woeing in the troubles that we have, the world. A lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of people in Ukraine. Everyone is fighting their own battles, and so because of that, I wanted to bring specific attention to Hercules or Heracles. For this, I'm going to say Heracles, even though normally I say Hercules. And we're just going to honor him and try to bring some of that strength to myself, to all of you, to anyone who needs it. This day, this week, this month, I will sing of Heracles, the son of Zeus, and the mightiest of men on earth. Alcmena bare him in Thebes, the city of lovely dances, when the dark-clouded son of Cronos had lain with her. Once he used to wander over unmeasured tracts of land and see at the bidding of the king Eurystheus. And himself did many deeds of violence and endured many. But now he lives happily in the glorious home of snowy Olympus, and has neat-ankled Hebe for his wife. Hail, Lord, son of Zeus! Hail, Hercules! And we do have a little meditation. And for that, I want to bring in that's what I want. Nope. I wanted to bring this up. I have this as a picture, but it's just easier since this window's already being captured. Alright. And we are going to do a little meditation. Off the cuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a minute and we're just going to listen. I'm going to speak a little softer, so you might want to raise the volume if you like. I'm actually going to shut off my camera so that you can focus on Zeus. The big cheese. Right here. If you want to look at the picture, you can. If you want to close your eyes, you can also do that and kind of visualize what I'm saying. So we're going to take a breath and I'm going to count down from 5. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are all in different places, in different spaces, in the physical world, in our minds, in our places in life. And things can be difficult. But I want you to take this moment to just take another breath and let those all wash away with the rain. Feel the rain on your hands, the little droplets, as if you're holding your hand out to catch the rain. And if you like, you can go ahead and stretch your hand out and feel the droplets on your hand. The sudden sharp feeling when the cold water hits your skin, almost painful but soothing. The rain comes down hard with intensity, as if on purpose to wash away all of the negative things. And as you feel those raindrops on your hand, I want you to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, stretch your arm out or visualize yourself holding your arm out. And feel the rain as it goes from on your hand to on your forearm. And think about stepping forward into the rain so that you are fully engulfed by it, and as it pours down, it droplets on your head, on your shoulders, on your chest. And as the rain just pours over you, it washes away all of the world, leaving you and only you standing. As we take another breath, you hear the rumble. You hear him coming. You hear it from above and far away at first, perhaps in front of you at an unseeable distance, and as it comes and gets louder, you start to hear the thunder cracks, as if a wooden chariot was coming across cobblestone, and every time it hit one that was just a little too high, it would come down with a crack on the wood. And as it comes closer towards you, the water is no longer cold and soothing, but it is warm and engulfing. And then you see this beautiful shining chariot, just as we thought about, just as those cracks of lightning would have you believe. And you see, as a chariot comes up and stops just before you, a towering figure, and you need no explanation, no description. You know in your soul, in your bones, who this man is. This is your father, Father Zeus, king of the gods, and he has come to you. Child of the gods, a fellow in need of strength, his strength. You feel it exuding off of him. Just as the rain engulfs you, you feel the strength, the power of him flow through you, engulf you, protect you. Not a word needs to be said, though you speak your soul. He knew before the words left your mouth. And the rain is loud and grows louder, and as he opens his mouth to speak some words, you hear it as if the thunder crashed into your soul. So listen deep, and hear him now. And through the rumbling and the pattering of the rain, you have heard his voice. You have heard what he needs to say to you, a message that is yours and yours alone to keep. You are here. You are safe. And you will have the strength you need to challenge the world, nay, the universe, just as he challenged his father, for the safety of his brothers and sisters. And you will challenge and face all your challenges as the universe throws them to you, as the mortal men bring them to you. You have the strength. You have him by your side. He has your back. Even when he is not there, he looks down upon us and watches us with a keen eye. You know this. And he knows that you know. And without another word, he steps back into his chariot, looks at you one last time. As he turns to ride away, not away from you, but toward his duties, toward his responsibilities as the king, as the father of the gods. And of you. And you watch as he rides into this brilliant light away from you, but never truly gone. As you feel even now his watchful eye as you look, and the chariot disappears, he will never stop keeping an eye on you, lending you his strength. And the water, the rain as it pours down, goes from warm and engulfing back to cool and refreshing. And the thunder slowly becomes a rumble as you come back, having gained so much more than what you left with. Take another breath with me. And one more as we come back to the ritual. Welcome back. We have a final poem for Zeus, and this was actually a poem that I wrote last year during this ritual. So I'd like to read it here as my personal offering to Zeus before we wrap up. And as before, I always start off with something silly because I can't help myself. Sky Daddy, atop the high, trembling clouds, hence named by sky, thunderous rage, fiery bright, guiding home mortals through the darkest of night. Frightening awe, and a rock was left to father of fathers, foiled for our betterment. Fire stolen, Prometheus' strife, punishment raining from deep in your sky. Most human lesson Hermes brought. The king cross the king of the gods. Mortals do not. Oh, here I am. Sorry, guys. This was on the slideshow. And as we are wrapping up our ritual, once again with wonderful Hestia. Hestia, goddess of the home and hearth, to you we offer last of all as a pious mortal should. Tend to those whom we love and guard the homes of the pious. As the humble servant of the gods, named and unnamed this day, so the gods will it, and so it shall be. Yanito. Thank you guys for joining me for this ritual. I am honored and humbled to have been able to do it. I'm honored that you all joined me. I'm honored for our volunteers, Hawk. Anyone can volunteer, whether they're part of the Hellenicherald Discord or not. You just need to let me know. This is a community for all. I hope that you guys had a great ritual. I hope that the meditation served you well. And I hope that you walk away having felt the power of Zeus and have him strengthening your day. May the gods bless you. And have a great day. That's it, guys. We're done. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Okay, before we leave, what I'm actually going to try to do is I'm going to see if we can raid someone's channel here. It looks like we've only got some critter vision, which is really cool. It is a channel that shows videos of animals, aquariums, zoos, and I think that's a great way to connect with nature if you don't have the opportunity to go out yourself. So we're gonna go ahead and start to raid them. We support our fellow channels. We support our fellow small creators, small businesses. And yeah, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and raid the channel. I'm gonna shut off this audio actually first. Very loud. For people on YouTube, you're not gonna be raiding with us. I'm gonna raid the channel now. So let's get ready. Woo. And I'm also going to end the stream right now. So thank you guys for joining. Go say hi and tell Critter Vision that we sent you.